Hello everybody, Tim Teacher here. Today we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. We're going to look at an issue of language. The other day I was driving by a place that was selling some produce, fruits and vegetables. And on the sign, it said they were selling strawberries. Now this is a problem for two reasons. One is it's a problem because of the plural. Right? They were selling more than one strawberry. The second reason is, for some reason, we have a possessive here, right? Ownership, an issue. You probably know the correct way to do this. We'll talk about it in two ways. First, one is the plural, right? The fact that they're selling more than one strawberry, right? So for that one, right, many of you know, it's the Y here that needs to change, right? We need to do something different with the Y. So we're going to say goodbye to the Y, right? It disappears, and it's going to change to an I-E-S, right? They were selling strawberries, right? Strawberries. Nothing possessive in there. They just made that mistake. But let's look at the possessive, right? Many of you know how to do this as well, right? This pen, right? This pen is my pen. But imagine you were telling somebody else, right? So you need to begin sort of by telling them who I am, right? You could say it is his pen if you were pointing to me. But if I wasn't there and you were telling them whose pen this is, you sort of need to tell them first who I am, really. So we're going to use my name, right? Tim. Then you need to tell them that it is in fact my pen, right? So then we're going to do the apostrophe, right? It is Tim's pen, right? Tim's pen. That one's fairly simple, right? Many of you know how to do that, as I said. One common problem that we see with English names, let's imagine that we have a family, and their family name, their last name is Jones, right? Jones. So we're looking at their house. We see their house, and we want to say that is their house, right? But again, much like my pen, the Jones family is not there. So we want to say that it is these people's house. So what we can do, right, is we can say like this, right? It is the Jones family house. Right? For this one, there is no need to put another S, right? You will see sometimes people suggest that you do this. However, this is not necessary, and it's not necessarily correct. It depends on who it is that you are talking to. For names, for family names, one thing we like to do is to be as simple as possible and not changing their name. So adding just the apostrophe is both correct and easier for our pronunciation and for our looking at the name. Now, imagine I'm having a party, and Mr. Jones and Mrs. Jones and little Bobby Jones and little Sue Marie Jones, they're all coming to the party, right? So more than one Jones. Maybe some people with the last name Jones from other families, aunts and uncles, right, with the name Jones. So I could make this plural and possessive, right? Talking about maybe it's a party for everybody named Jones, right? I could also say that there are many Joneses at the party, right? This means more than one person with the last name Jones, right? And I could say that it is the Joneses' party. Again, we've made it plural, so we've made it a little more difficult. We don't want to keep making it more difficult, so here we can also add the apostrophe. So it is the Joneses' party, right? All of these individual people here with the last name of Jones. One more. Speaking of plural and possessive problems, I went to a McDonald's the other day, and they had a sign that said they were having interviews on Tuesdays from 2 to 4. What they meant, of course, was every Tuesday, or at least until they hire however many people they need. For this, there is no possession in their sign at all, right? There's no ownership of the time 2 to 4 by the day Tuesday. They simply mean every Tuesday. So, we need to get rid of the apostrophe. All we need to do for this is add the S, right? Just like we do with books and cats and TVs, any other regular noun that we can add just an S on, right? So Tuesdays, every Tuesday from 2 to 4. One last one, and this one sort of looks different than you might imagine. Because we've been talking about the apostrophe S, meaning ownership, right? This one sometimes causes people problems. Because if I'm talking about my dog and I call my dog it, I don't usually do that. I usually call my dog he or she, right, once I find out. But if I say it, right, that is its toy, it looks like I might want to say this, because it looks like the apostrophe here is telling me ownership, that it's the dog's toy. But unfortunately, this is already taken, right? It is already has a separate meaning, right? So it is, right? It is. So in English then, to say it's the dog's toy, right? It's its toy. We must use this one, I-T-S, right? If you have any questions about plural nouns or possessive, right, feel free to ask when you see the video. Otherwise, you can probably look online as well. It is sometimes a little bit confusing, so I wouldn't hesitate to ask. Think about it, give it a try, pay attention when you're writing sentences with possessive and plural, right? Have a good day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.